Hello viewers, welcome once again to HMNOFO online math class. In this video, we are going to solve some problems that pertains to basic geometric theorems which we discussed in our last video. In our last video, we talked about the sum of angles in a triangle to be equal to 180 degrees. We also discussed that the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two interior opposite angles. If this is your first time of viewing, kindly subscribe to my channel to be notified whenever I upload a new video. Okay, so the first question we'll have here is telling us that the base angle, so something is omitted here. So this is just the base angle of an isosceles triangle is twice the vertical angle. Calculate the angles of the triangle. So something very important is mentioned here. So this is very important. You have to underline it. The base angle of an isosceles triangle. So they are talking about a particular triangle. And the triangle they are talking about is just an isosceles triangle. There is one important property peculiar to an isosceles triangle. In every isosceles triangle, the base angles are equal. Take for instance, let me make a diagram for the isosceles triangle. So this is a triangle. If this side and this side are equal and this one is of a different length, it implies that this particular triangle is an isosceles triangle. Hence, this angle here and this angle here, which are formed by the two equal sides, are called the base angle. So this and these are the base angle. Y here is the vertical angle, for instance. So this angle here is the vertical angle. Okay. But we are told here that the base angle of an isosceles triangle is twice the vertical angle. So I can say, let x be equal to the vertical angle. So if x is the vertical angle, since the base angle is twice the vertical angle, it implies that the base angle will now be what? 2x, the double of the vertical angle. So here is now x. Here is 2x and here is 2x because the base angles must be equal. Then remember the theorem we discussed in the previous video that the sum of angles in every triangle, no matter the kind of triangle you're talking about, is equal to 180 degrees. Hence, I am not wrong if I write that 2x plus 2x plus x equals 180 degrees. The reason is sum of angles of a triangle is equivalent to 180 degrees. Now when I sum 2x and 2x, I'm getting 4x, and 4x plus x will give me 5x equals 180 degrees. Now to get rid of this 5, I have to divide both sides by 5 so that x stays alone. So I'll have over 5 here, over 5. 5 will cancel 5. Now when I divide 180 by 5, what should I get? 5 into 18 is around 3, remaining 3. 5 into 30 is just 6. So x is equal to 36 degrees. But I shouldn't stop here in the sense that the question wants me to get the various angles of the triangle. The first angle of the triangle is x, which I have got as 36 degrees. The second angle is 2x, which is now 2 times the value of x, which is 36. And 2 times 36 will give me 72 degrees. The third angle is also 2x, which will be the same thing as 72 degrees. So you can now see that the angles of the triangle are 36 degrees, 72 degrees, and 72 degrees. To ascertain if your answer is correct, you've got to add everything you are seeing here. If it gives you 180 degrees, it implies you are correct. If not, it's wrong. So let's see. 6 plus 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10. You write 0, carry 1. 3 plus 7 is 10, plus 7 again is 17, plus the 1 here is 18, making it 180 degrees. Hence, you've now seen that the total angles here is equal to 180 degrees, which is part of the theorem we discussed. So let's take another question. Alright, so the second question is telling us that we should calculate the values of the lettered angles. The values of the lettered angles, as you can see, we have y here, we have x here, we have y. So these are the lettered angles and we are asked to calculate the values. Okay, to calculate this, you have to make reference to the theorem that is behind this. Because a good look at this triangle here will reveal to us that some angles are outside, just like 110 and 140, while some are inside. as you can see here. Those angles that are outside are known as the exterior angle, while those ones that are inside are known as interior angle. And there is a theorem telling us that the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two interior opposite angle. For instance, you can see that these two angles, y and 50 degrees, are facing 110. So these y and 50 degrees are called the interior opposite angles to 110. And the sum y plus 50 is equivalent to 110 degrees. Therefore, I can write that y plus 50 degrees equals 110 degrees. Reason, exterior angle of a triangle equals sum of the two interior opposite angles. Okay, so this 50 will cross over, it will turn to negative. So my y is just 110 degrees minus 50 degrees. And when I take this subtraction, I'm getting 60 degrees. So y is 60 degrees. To get x, it's either I say 60 plus x plus 50 equal to 180 degrees, because it is the sum of angles in a triangle. But that is waste of time. If I were you, seeing this straight line, I should know that x and 110 are lying on the same straight line. So I can write that x plus 110 degrees equals 180 degrees. Reason, sum of angles on a straight line. Sum of angles on a straight line is just 180 degrees. Positive crossing over will be negative, hence x is just 180 degrees minus 110 degrees. And when I take this subtraction, I'm getting 70 degrees. You can now see that the value of x is 70 degrees, while that of y is 60 degrees. So let us solve the second one. In the second question here, you should know that the exterior angle is equal to the sum of the two interior opposite angles. Hence, 140 is outside, and I'm having 89 and y, which means this y and 89 that are facing 140 degrees should be equal to that 140 degrees. Hence, I will write that y plus 89 degrees equals 140 degrees. Reason, exterior angle equals sum of two interior opposite angles. Okay, now this 89 crossing over, will have that y equals 180 degrees minus 140 degrees, which is here, minus 89 degrees. So when you say 140 degrees minus 89 degrees, this should be giving us around 51 degrees. Okay, 51 degrees. That's the value of y. To get x, it's either I use sum of angles in a triangle or I use angle on a straight line. So 140 and x are lying on a straight line. So I am free to write that 140 degrees plus x equals 180 degrees. The reason is because they are angle on a straight line. Hence, x is just 180 degrees minus 140 degrees. And when I take the subtraction, I'm getting 40 degrees. Therefore, x is 40 degrees and y is 51 degrees. If you've enjoyed what you've watched, kindly subscribe to my channel to be notified each time a new video is uploaded. Thank you.